Okay, looks like I messed up one time. I'm gonna do a video just showing my saw setup, my saw station. It's kind of a portable saw station. I'm gonna show you. This is a Delanoy Construction exclusive. Is that the right word? It's unique, I hope. It's not completely unique because really I'm not all that creative, and so certain things, a lot of things I do are just kind of modifications of things I've already seen. So that's just as a result of not being a creative person. I'm just kind of more the other way. I'm kind of more like 3M, you know. We don't make a lot of things, we make a lot of things you buy better or whatever. So let's go over it. Hope maybe somebody will borrow this idea, and maybe they won't. Apparently once you start recording on an iPhone, you can't flip it, which is weird. Maybe I should have thought of that. So here is the saw table. And like I said, this all started about 15 years ago, maybe 13 years ago. I saw the carpenter at the 13-story Hilton on, I think it's Independence Drive, Orlando, Florida. I was hanging the doors there, working for another contractor. Hanging doors there. And the carpenter that was in the lobby had a setup that was kind of like this. Not really. It was a big table, probably this same length. I guess it's 16 feet long. And it was like his saw was on it, on this table. And that skid, let's call it, the table with the saw attached to it with sides like mine, was set on some sawhorses that he made. They were like, the sawhorses were made out of plywood. And I made sawhorses like that also. I can show you in another video. But so that's kind of where it all started. Then I finally had opportunity to make some. This is the DeWalt, what do you call it? 780, DW 780. Has a little zero clearance insert on it. And they're a nice saw. You know, you want to spend the money on the best tool. I didn't want to spend the money, so I got this. And so what really made it all come together was this German leader something scaffold that I've got a few pieces of, and I thought, well, here's the short section. Maybe I could use the short section to set up my table, my saw table. So it has adjustable. There's the brand. I just kind of happened to run into this scaffold. Johannes, a painter who I went to church with, Grace Community Church, San Antonio, Texas, ended up getting deported through no fault of his own, I don't believe. But you know, Christ divides. But and he says as much. So anyway, he had the scaffold here, and it was too much money to send it back, and ended up just kind of being here, and he sold it to me at a very generous price. And then I thought, well, why don't I use it for this? And so here it is. I just have to like level and set it all up one time. Then I leave it outside the job site, and you just kind of come and hook it, and you know, it's kind of like it's supposed to be on this side of the weld. It's made to hook over everything the right dimension. And this part also, you know, the saw table is pretty heavy, but it's made to the saw with the wood and the yellow pine and everything is pretty heavy, but it's made to sit down there. You can see it kind of good right there. Everything has just got boiled linseed oil on it, so it's kind of got some finish on it. 3/4 plywood. I rounded everything over, and if the video's bad, sorry, because I haven't figured out how to not make it bad yet. It's all rounded over and sanded and stuff like that, and then kind of has these little knockouts in it, which right now that one's not working too good, but which the weird part is, it just has to do with, you know, like little movements, and this moving that way tiny bit, and so it's really all got to be level. It's all got to be plumb, and then you end up with this really cool table. And it's, you know, if you can get a shot of that, very flat. The idea is that, you know, I happened to hit the numbers, so it worked out pretty good. So that's the table. That's the Delanoy Construction exclusive. It's an Eric Delanoy exclusive. Never seen one quite like this, but like I said, it is built off of a thing that I had previously seen so many years ago at a job site. If you are that carpenter who had that set up and you happen to watch YouTube, those of you watching this video are slim and none. But that would be awesome if you commented or said, hey, I was the guy who had that. And if you're wondering if you're that guy, yeah, it was like 15 years ago, maybe less. I had some children by then, probably less than 15 years ago. And his was all stained, like dark stain, like, you know, chestnut looking, and very cool. And mine's like this. So this is the way I built mine. So hope you guys enjoy kind of looking at it, maybe gives you some ideas. But I got 16 feet, and you know the issues with the utility tables that they sell. You know, you're pulling them in and out of the trailer, you put anything heavy on them, the table completely flops over as soon as you put something heavy on it, and then you're trying to build stuff to kind of hold it up, and it only goes out 4 feet either way anyway, and it's just got limitations. This, yeah, it takes 2 people to bring the saw out because of all the stuff, but I love it so far. So far, so good. So peace, guys. Peace. Hope you guys enjoy.